All right, so we're back. Now the final kind of step is to put the blades back together, okay? So I've got the metal pieces that hold the blades to the fan. What I recommend is getting a cloth because now that you've painted it, it's easy to scratch it off. I mean, it's not that easy, but it can happen. It'll slow you down. So I just put it onto a cloth. I've got the blade here. Now remember, I'm flipping these upside down because this side's pretty rough, but this side's really nice and clean. So the part that's going to show needs to be face down, and then this will go under it just like that. And now we're going to put the screws into it. All of these typically have like a rubber washer with them, but when I took it apart, the washers are so old they just fall apart. So what I did is I went to the hardware store and I got some new ones, and I have a 3/8 flat washer. Okay, and these work well. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna open it up here, put some on the table. I'm gonna grab 3 screws from my bag. What we're gonna do here is pretty easy, just, you know, basic stuff. Just put these through. I like to put them through first, it makes it a little easier. Okay. All right, so that's it. And then what we're gonna do here, so you can see a little bit better, we're gonna take this. I kind of like, typically I usually put it to the center one first and I push it through the blade. And then I kind of like, it's gonna be kind of hard to see on the video, but I kind of look down here and I just make sure it's going directly into this, this piece that holds the blade. And I can see that it's setting. Okay, so it's in there slightly, okay? So don't put it all the way in, because you want room to maneuver. So now I'm gonna go through here. It's not quite set, so I'm gonna just move it around, figure it out. It's pretty basic. And what happens is the screw actually sets into the metal part, and that's what holds it. Okay, and the final one is this one. Come through here, make sure it's set correctly. It's going in now. Okay, so they're all set, and now we're gonna tighten them kind of, and I like to use like a star pattern, so I'll just tighten it here first. Pretty good, and I'm gonna go over here to this one, the other side. I mean, it really doesn't matter, just like, you know, do your best. All right, and then I try to make it fairly snug, and what I mean by snug is it's like actually pressing down on the rubber of the washer, and it's really pressed against the washer. All right, so that's it, it's set. You can see that the washer is kind of pushed down a little bit, and the rubber, it's really held in tight, and it'll stop it from vibrating or anything like that. And when you look on the other side, and now there's a little bit of usage, but I just think it gives it a little bit of character. The number 5 is showing here, you know, but the thing is this is gonna be 10 feet up in the ceiling, and it should hopefully not be a big deal. I'm fine with it in my house. If you wanted to, if this was your house, you really wanted to get rid of a blemish like that, you could scrub it a little harder and it might come off. So there you go. And just repeat that for 3 more times, and then it'll look nice. So before I cut the video, I just want to show you, these are the same basic blades up here, and you can see they do have some blemishes. I don't know if you can see, but there's some blemishes. There's a few, but the beauty of it is like, it just seems to give it a little bit more character. So even if there's a couple of blemishes, you can still tell that it's real wood. It looks really nice in comparison to like a modern fan that will use like a plastic wood. And it just looks real and original, and I think really beautiful. So again, even though there's a couple of blemishes, I wouldn't worry too much about it, and like I think it really gives it some character. And it just makes it look like it's been here forever, and that's what I think makes it look the best. So The next videos, we're gonna actually kind of go back in time, and I'm gonna show you how to put the fan in, or at least kind of how I did it. My handyman will be involved, and we go over kind of how we put it back together into the roof and also some of the electrical side of it. So there you go, you're almost there.